In a world ruled by powerful gods and terrifying monsters, there was a legendary clan known as the Wolfborn. They were fierce warriors and protectors of their land. But long ago, they lost their empire to a great darkness. As the stars twinkled overhead, a young boy named Kiran sat by a campfire, listening intently to his grandfather's stories. "Remember, Kiran," his grandfather said, his voice filled with warmth, "the Wolfborn are not just warriors. They are brave and loyal. Our legacy lives on in each of us." Kiran's heart raced with excitement. He dreamed of becoming a hero like the ones in his grandfather's tales. One evening, as Kiran gazed at the horizon, he noticed dark shadows creeping across their land. The whispers of danger filled the air, and a feeling of unease settled in his heart. What if the darkness returns? He wondered. Kiran knew he had to do something, but what could a boy like him do against such a threat? Determined to find answers, Kiran decided to seek out the elders of the village. He believed that if the legends were true, perhaps he could awaken the spirit of the Wolfborn warriors and reclaim their lost empire. Kiran rushed to the village square, where the elders gathered, their eyes filled with wisdom and worry. "Elders," he called, his voice trembling with excitement. "The darkness is returning. We need to act." The elders exchanged glances, their expressions grave. They remembered the legends well and knew that Kiran's heart was pure. "Bravery is important, young one elder said softly, "but we must be cautious. The path ahead is dangerous." Kiran felt a surge of determination. "I'm willing to face whatever comes. The Wolfborn must rise again." That night, Kiran packed a small bag with food, a map of their territory, and a wooden sword his grandfather had given him. He felt a mix of excitement and fear, but he knew he couldn't let his village down. The Wolfborn legacy pulsed through his veins, urging him onward. As the first light of dawn broke, Kiran set out on his journey. He would travel to the ancient ruins where the Wolfborn once held their power, hoping to find a way to awaken their spirit. He could feel the adventure calling him. The forest was alive with strange sounds and glowing plants that illuminated Kiran's path. As he ventured deeper, he marveled at the beauty around him. But he also felt the weight of the shadows lurking nearby. "Stay brave, Kiran," he whispered to himself. "You are a Wolfborn." Suddenly, a rustling sound caught his attention. Kiran turned to see a small fox with shimmering fur watching him curiously. "Are you lost, young warrior?" the fox asked with a playful glint in its eyes. Kiran couldn't believe his ears. "You can talk?" he replied, amazed. The fox smiled warmly. "I am Hilda, guardian of this forest. I've been waiting for someone like you. The Wolfborn need to be awakened, but it won't be easy." Kiran's heart raced. "What must I do?" he asked eagerly. Hilda tilted her head, her eyes sparkling with wisdom. "To awaken the Wolfborn, you must prove your courage and kindness. You will face challenges, but remember, the spirit of the Wolfborn is within you," she explained. Kiran felt a surge of confidence. "I'm ready," he declared, ready to prove himself. Hilda led Kiran to a roaring river, its waters churning wildly. "Your first challenge is to cross this river," she said. "But it's not just about strength. You need to be clever." Kiran studied the river, his mind racing. He couldn't swim across, but he saw large stones jutting out. Taking a deep breath, he hopped from stone to stone, balancing carefully. "You can do it, Kiran," Hilda cheered from the riverbank. With each leap, Kiran felt his confidence grow. Finally, he reached the other side, exhilarated and proud of himself. Next, Hilda led Kiran to a giant tree with twisted branches. "This tree holds the next challenge. You must untangle the branches to find the hidden fruit within," she explained. Kiran stared at the tangled mess, feeling a bit overwhelmed. "How will I ever get it done?" he wondered. "Remember, Kiran, sometimes you need to take a step back to see the whole picture," Hilda advised. Taking her words to heart, Kiran began to work methodically, untangling the branches one by one. After much effort, He finally uncovered a glowing fruit nestled within. "You did it!" Hilda exclaimed, her eyes shining with pride. The final challenge awaited Kiran at the entrance of a dark cave. Shadows loomed, and a chill ran down his spine. "You must enter the cave and face your fears," Hilda said softly. Kiran hesitated, his heart pounding. "What if I can't do it?" he whispered, doubt creeping in. Hilda nuzzled his hand gently. "You are stronger than you think, Kiran. Face your fears, and you'll find your true self." Taking a deep breath, Kiran stepped into the darkness. Each step echoed, and shadows danced around him. But instead of fear, he felt a spark of bravery igniting inside. As Kiran ventured deeper into the cave, shadowy figures emerged, representing his fears and doubts. They whispered cruel things, trying to pull him down. "You're just a boy. You can't save anyone," they hissed. But Kiran remembered Hilda's words and the strength of the wolf-born spirit within him. With newfound courage, he shouted, "I am a wolf-born. I will not be afraid." The shadows recoiled, and with every word, Kiran felt lighter and more powerful. He realized that fear was just a feeling, and he could overcome it. At the heart of the cave, a brilliant light illuminated the darkness. Kiran gasped as he saw the spirit of a magnificent wolf, its fur glowing like the moon. "You have faced your fears, young warrior," the wolf spoke, its voice resonating with power. "I am the spirit of the wolf-born, and I have awaited your arrival." Kiran knelt before the spirit, feeling all wash over him. "I want to awaken the wolf-born and reclaim our lost empire," he said with conviction. The wolf smiled, its eyes filled with understanding. "You possess the heart of a true leader, Kiran. Together, we will rise again." The wolf spirit stepped closer, enveloping Kiran in a radiant light. He felt warmth and strength flowing through him, filling every corner of his being. "With this gift, you will unite the wolf-born and stand against the darkness," the spirit declared. "Remember, you are never alone." Kiran felt the power surge within him, and a sense of purpose ignited in his heart. He was ready to fulfill his destiny and lead his people back to greatness. Emerging from the cave, Kiran returned to the village, his heart racing with excitement. He gathered the villagers and spoke passionately about his journey, the spirit of the wolf-born, and their chance to reclaim their lost empire. "We can stand together against the darkness," he urged, his voice strong and clear. The villagers listened intently, inspired by Kiran's courage and determination. They felt a spark of hope igniting in their hearts, ready to follow him into battle. With renewed purpose, Kiran began training the villagers to become warriors. He taught them the ways of the wolf-born, sharing techniques and strategies to harness their inner strength. "Remember, it's not just about strength, it's about loyalty and teamwork," Kiran emphasized. As the days passed, the villagers grew stronger, their spirits lifted by Kiran's leadership. They bonded over shared training sessions, laughter, and determination, transforming into a united force ready to face any challenge. One morning, dark clouds loomed over the village, casting shadows on their newfound hope. Kiran looked up at the sky, sensing that the darkness was drawing near. "We must be ready," he told the villagers. "This is our chance to reclaim what was lost." The villagers gathered their weapons and armor, a sense of seriousness settling in the air. Kiran could feel the weight of their hopes resting on his shoulders, but he knew they had the strength to fight together. As the battle began, Kiran led the villagers into the heart of the conflict. Monstrous creatures emerged from the shadows, snarling and fierce. But Kiran stood tall, rallying his fellow warriors. "Fight for our home. Fight for the wolf-born," he shouted. The villagers fought bravely, their hearts filled with courage and the spirit of the wolf-born guiding them. Kiran felt the power within him, urging him to protect his people and reclaim their legacy. In the midst of the battle, Kiran found himself face to face with a massive monster, its eyes glowing with malice. Fear threatened to creep back into his heart, but he remembered the wolf spirit's words. "You are never alone," he whispered, channeling his strength. With a powerful swing of his wooden sword, Kiran struck the creature, using all he had learned. The villagers rallied around him, inspired by his bravery. Together, they fought with all their might, pushing back the darkness. After a fierce struggle, the villagers prevailed, driving the monsters back into the shadows. The sun broke through the dark clouds, illuminating the village once more. Cheers erupted as Kiran stood among his fellow warriors, filled with pride and relief. They had faced their fears and united as a community, reclaiming their home. "We are the Wolfborn," Kiran shouted, his heart swelling with joy. The legacy of their ancestors had awakened, stronger than ever. In the days that followed, the village began to rebuild. Kiran stood on a hilltop, looking out over the landscape. The sun rose behind him, casting a warm glow over everything. He felt a sense of hope and purpose. This is just a beginning, he thought, imagining the future of the Wolfborn. Together, they would create a new legacy, one filled with bravery, kindness, and strength. Kiran knew that their bond would protect them from any darkness that might come. Kiran gathered the children of the village, sharing stories of the Wolfborn and the battles they had fought. Their eyes sparkled with wonder and excitement as they listened. "You are the future of our clan," Kiran told them, his heart filled with pride. "You carry the spirit of the Wolfborn within you." As the children dreamed of adventures yet to come, Kiran felt the weight of their legacy pressing on him. He knew that as long as they remembered their roots, the Wolfborn would always live on. One day, Kiran returned to the forest where he first met Hilda. He stood beneath the ancient trees, feeling a deep connection to the land. "I promise to protect our village and keep the spirit of the Wolfborn alive," he vowed. Hilda appeared beside him, her eyes filled with pride. "You have done well, Kiran. The legacy of the Wolfborn is safe in your hands," she said. Kiran felt a wave of warmth and determination wash over him. Together, they would ensure that the clan story continued for generations to come. The moral of the story is that bravery, unity, and kindness can overcome darkness. By facing fears and working together, individuals can reclaim their legacies and create a brighter future. The story teaches the importance of believing in oneself and the strength found in the community, showing that everyone has the power to be a hero in their own way.